African Union Communications, Early Warning, and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals, intelligence, and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoyi, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing on the progress of the special military operation as of December 24, 2025. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces improved their tactical position. Formations of a heavy mechanized brigade, 2 mechanized brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a territorial defense brigade, a National Guard brigade, and 2 border detachments of the Ukrainian Border Service were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Pavlovka, Staraya Guta, Kondratovka, Novovasilevka, Pizarevka, Novaya Sek, and Miropolye in the Sumy region. In the Kharkiv direction, units of 3 mechanized and 1 motorized infantry brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Rybalkino, Staritsa, and Izbitskoye in the Kharkiv region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 175 servicemen, 3 armored fighting vehicles, and 9 vehicles. 2 warehouses of material resources were destroyed. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their position along the front line. Manpower and equipment of 7 mechanized airmobile and assault brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a territorial defense brigade, and a National Guard brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Monochinovka, Glushkovka, Pristin, Kupiansk-Uzlovoy, Novosergivka, Boguslavka, Blagodatovka in the Kharkiv region, Drobyshevo and Krasny Liman in the Donetsk People's Republic. The losses of the Ukrainian armed formations amounted to up to 210 servicemen, 10 armored fighting vehicles, 14 vehicles, and a field artillery piece. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Forces occupied more advantageous lines and positions. Formations of 2 mechanized, 1 motorized infantry, 1 mountain assault brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, a marine infantry brigade, and a territorial defense brigade were defeated in the areas of the settlements of Alexivo Drushkovka, Reznikovka, Dolgaya Balka, Konstantinovka, Kramatorsk, and Kurtovka in the Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy lost more than 220 servicemen, an Italian-made Puma armored personnel carrier, and a U.S.-made Stryker armored personnel carrier, 2 armored vehicles, 14 vehicles, 2 artillery pieces, including a 155mm American-made Paladin self-propelled artillery system, and a warehouse of material resources. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued to destroy the surrounded enemy in the city of Dimitrov and clear the settlement of Rodinskoye in the Donetsk People's Republic from scattered formations of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Defeats were inflicted on the personnel and equipment of 4 mechanized brigades, a Ranger Brigade, an Airborne Assault Brigade, an Air Assault Brigade, an Airmobile Brigade, an Assault Brigade, 2 Unmanned Systems Regiments, 2 Assault Regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 2 Marine Brigades, 2 Territorial Defense Brigades, the Azov Special Forces Brigade, and 4 National Guard brigades in the areas of the settlements of Udakhnoye, Marievka, Sergeyevka, Gruskoye, Lenina, Ivanovka, Shevchenko, Volnoye, Belitskoye, Grishino, and Novopavlovka in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The enemy's losses amounted to more than 500 servicemen, an M113 armored personnel carrier of U.S. manufacture, 8 armored fighting vehicles, 7 vehicles, and 3 field artillery pieces. Units of the East Group of Forces continued their advance deep into the enemy's defenses and liberated the settlement of Zareknoye in the Zaporozhye region. Defeats were inflicted on the personnel and equipment of 6 mechanized brigades, an assault brigade, 2 assault regiments of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and a territorial defense brigade in the areas of the settlements of Ternovatoy, Vozdvizhevka, Pridorozhnoye, Lyubitskoye, and Gulyaipole in the Zaporozhye region, Gavrilovka, Alexandrovka, and Pokrovskoye in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 245 servicemen, 17 vehicles, 2 field artillery pieces, including a 155 early Paladin self-propelled artillery system of U.S. manufacture. A fuel depot was destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted defeat on formations of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Mountain Assault Brigade and Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Stepnogorsk, Grigorievka, Novoyakovlevka in the Zaporozhye region and Tokarevka in the Kherson region. More than 70 Ukrainian servicemen were destroyed, along with 16 vehicles, 2 artillery pieces, an electronic warfare station, an Israeli-made Rada radar station, and a P-18 air target detection radar station, as well as 6 ammunition depots and 3 supply depots. Operational tactical aviation, strike unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of forces of the armed forces of the Russian Federation inflicted damage on military enterprises. The Russian armed forces struck industrial facilities, fuel and energy complex facilities, and transport infrastructure in Ukraine used in the interests of the Ukrainian armed forces, as well as temporary deployment points of Ukrainian armed formations and foreign mercenaries in 147 districts. Air defense systems shot down 9 guided aerial bombs, 2 HIMARS multiple launch rocket system projectiles manufactured in the USA, and 335 unmanned aerial vehicles of the aircraft type. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 669 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 104,181 unmanned aerial vehicles, 640 anti-aircraft missile systems, 26,696 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,634 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 32,122 field artillery pieces and mortars, 49,878 units of special military automotive equipment. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.